On June 22nd, 2012, I lived in the mountains, didn't live in an area affected by tornadoes or hurricanes or anything like that, and disaster preparedness really wasn't on my mind. Fast forward to June 23rd, 2012, and disaster preparedness was the only thing that mattered. I scrambled from my home, got as much stuff as I could, fit it in the car, and drove away. And disaster preparedness didn't matter until it really mattered. And when it really matters, it can be too late. So, I want to challenge you guys to make sure that your homes are prepared and your friends and family's homes are prepared. So, I'm going to provide you with some information and some easy ways to help prepare yourselves and prepare your friends and families, because it's a huge deal and it may not seem like it really matters right now, but when the time comes, it really does matter. So the first resource that we have is awesome. It's simple, it's easy, it's creating an escape plan. You want to have 2 ways to get out of every room, and you want to practice. Think about those windows, those hard to get open screens. Maybe the last time you opened it was last summer, and since then you painted and things get stuck, so you really want to practice, and you want to know out of every room how to get out in multiple ways. And that is extremely important, because if a fire happens, you only have about 2 minutes to get out. So draw up a plan, make sure you have a meeting spot. That's crucial. Check your smoke detectors. Smoke detectors do have about a 10-year shelf life, so make sure that your smoke detectors are not expired, and then practice. Practice, practice, practice. If your smoke detectors run on batteries, make sure you're replacing those batteries twice a year, and you're testing those smoke detectors monthly. It's a huge deal, and it's as simple as filling out an escape plan and making sure your family practices. Another resource is making sure that your home is resilient and prepared to help prevent fires from starting in the first place. So things like cooking safety, that's a huge thing. Making sure that you have furniture, things like that, away from heat sources. Making sure that if you do smoke, that you're not smoking in bed or inside near furniture, and that you're doing that safely. Another huge thing is electrical appliances. So a lot of times we see people plug in space heaters into extension cords, or they don't have the proper electrical stuff for those space heaters, and that's how a lot of home fires start. So making sure that you're safe with electrical appliances, including space heaters, is extremely important. And then being safe with kids, not playing with fire, that is a huge thing. Keeping those things out of their reach is extremely important. And then again, making sure your smoke detectors are up to snuff and working. And then again, it's all about practice, 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 because again, it might not seem important until it's really important, and having that practice could help save your life. So I urge you all to do that. And then here comes the challenge. If every one of you who has sent this video watches it and then make sure your homes are prepared, and then you get even 5 other homes to get prepared, so going over it with just 5 other families, having them make escape plans, and then urging them to practice, practice, practice. If we do that and we track this, we're going to get over 300 homes prepared. So my goal and my challenge to you is get even 4 or 5 other families to do this, get their information, because we want to track how well we're preparing people in the community, and then send it in to me. I can ship people resources, I can ship paper copies of everything. That is not a problem at all, but we really want to make sure that homes are prepared, because again, going back to my story, it may not seem like it matters until it really, really matters. And when it really matters, having that practice can save lives. So again, I urge you all, take this information, practice yourselves, and then spread the word. And again, let's try to get 300 homes prepared. Thank you all so much for listening, and practice, practice, practice.